like they got options to say no to God. And grace don't give you options. You don't have no option not to serve God. The only option we got to choose is choosing life and death. And if you don't want to choose God, you're going to die. And hell is just not torment. Hell is death. That's where God put you. That's the only place he prepared for you. And that's the only option you got. We don't have no option not to serve God. We don't have no option not to come to church. We don't have no option to love one another. There's not an option for you not to love one another. There's no option for you not to tithe. There's no option. And we make rules over top of God rules. And I hate when Christians will condemn somebody outside of their house, but when their little boo-boo man did it, they will send your child to hell. Will tell you how to tell you, here's I see advice. You need to put him out. He ain't gonna do you no good. And your child did twice as worse than what he did, then you love him up. And when you say, well, I kicked my child out, my child died out there. Well, girl, I learned from you. I can't do that to mine. That was good for you. What? That's why I don't listen to folk about everything. Because especially if you never raised no children and never gone through nothing, don't tell me. You don't know the emotional part about it. Don't tell me how to stay in a good marriage and you ain't last. Oh, don't tell me how to break up fields when you ain't broke up. Don't tell me about death in a relationship and an emotion and you wake up and all of a sudden you see me and this man making problems, and me and this woman making plans for the future, and we going to get our Winnebago and drive, and the man dropped dead. You had no option for that man to die. But don't tell me the emotional side effects. And that's why they pay you for pain and suffering, because there's emotional scars that we don't see. And because we don't see the scars, we think it ain't there. I'm messed up over some of the stuff that happened to me. You don't see me jumping out there to be with nobody like Batman. Because something happened when you went through some fire. And you don't want to go through it again. Because you didn't have no options. And some people who have too many options will always pick the wrong option. The reason why I'm not doing now, somebody had an option. And when some people have options and you don't, guess what? It's easy to walk away. That's why in certain things you don't supposed to have options. God give you no option. In a relationship, you don't have an option to have a side chick or a side guy. In an option, you don't supposed to be stealing when you work at a bank. That's not no option. And people are taking things like it's no, that's no option. And we got to learn something that you got to have mastery over what you do. Jesus have the keys in Revelation 1:18 of death, hell, and the grave. You got to have a key to open up certain doors, and Jesus' favor gives you the key. And when man told me I ain't getting nothing, guess what? Church folk told me I ain't good enough to be a preacher. I don't look right. I may not be tall enough. I'm too fat. And when I was coming up, certain preachers had a certain look. They look like Al.B. Shore. Let me say something to y'all. The pretty boys, the ones who were a little soft, I can use that term, and they spoke real eloquent. Yes, I'm with S. Yes, I'm Pastor so and so. You see him, and when they in the pulpit, they're strong. They sound strong. But when you talk to them personally, they sound kind of weak. Yes, brother. Praise the Lord. Oh, God. God is so faithful. You don't act like that for real. I don't act like that for real. And I can't wear that air, and that's why folk don't like me. Come like, what's up? What's up? And I didn't come to him like, oh, I'm Pastor Terry Allen. Praise the Lord. Bless your soul, sister. And I walk up there, hey, girl, what's going on? Pastors don't talk like that. But when I read the Bible, I didn't say no. I ain't see it with a sense say, hey, girl. And I ain't hear the Bible say, praise the Lord all the time. Bible, he said, greet. I'm still greeting you. I have the option to greet you. But I have the way I greet you, God give me an open slate for. And what we do, we create religion out of something that God didn't give us. Some of us in the church right now, we got more option than what we think to serve God. They'll tell you right now, some people don't believe that I'm sitting right now, standing up here with a pair of shell-headed Adidas.
For upcoming events, announcements, information, and donation, visit us at www.gpwm.org. Find us on Facebook.
gpw.org.
Faith, fellowship, funding, transforming the community, a community outreach. If you're ever in the Baltimore and Arundel County area, please visit us at the Storehouse, 7409A Baltimore Annapolis Boulevard in Glen Burnie, Maryland. Also, you can reach us on the web at www.gpwm.org. Thanks again for watching.
A place where I